let's talk about the truth about 0% financing and its ending, all the different things that are going along with it, what I think is actually going to happen with it, and really the truth about it, because 0% sounds like a great thing on the surface level, but you need to take a look at all the different fine print, and maybe you won't even qualify for 0%, so it really might not even matter. And so yes, the Tesla 0% interest financing is ending for the Model 3 and the Model Y. How it specifically is written is that you have to order, you just have to place an order now between today and December 15th, and you do have to take delivery by December 31st. But if you're going to be doing that, of course, don't forget to use a Tesla referral code just like the one down below in the description, so you can get an extra up to $2,000 off of a Tesla vehicle. Click it open first and then head on to the Tesla website. And the first real way to, and maybe I'll talk about my strategy after this, but the first thing I did want to point out here, because I feel like a lot of people new to this might not actually realize that 0% for the Model 3 is only up to 36 months. You can see what right when we reduce the term here, it goes down to 0%, down to 36 months. And on the Model Y, it's 60 months at 0%. But more importantly, it takes a lot of money, I guess relative, a lot of money down to get that 0%. Because if you look at the fine print, it does say you need 20% down to get approved for this promotional 0% rate. So really looking at the Model 3, you're going to need a lot of money down, and your monthly payment is going to be pretty high relative, because it's going to be a 36-month term. So really maybe 0% isn't that exciting to you on the Model 3 specifically, because it is such a high down payment. But moving to the Model Y, it gets even more interesting, because the biggest thing is you do have to have that 20%. And so quick math on that, $50,000 vehicle, 10%, 20%, that's about 10 to 15 grand down that you're going to be needing up front. So if you're thinking you're going to get 0% with like putting $2,000 down, most likely you're not going to be able to do that. And it's going to require a little bit more cash up front to be able to get there. But even if you don't have that 20%, then the rate goes to up like to 0.99% on the Model Y specifically. And if you switch it to like 72 months, then you can see it goes to 1.99%. So still really not bad actually for a Model Y. It's still a respectable rate compared to all the different rates that are out there. I mean, a regular Tesla financing is like 5.99%. So still really respectable at that end of the day. And I don't imagine the non-promotional rates will actually disappear. I think they'll still stay at this, whatever it is, 5.99, but I do feel like they're just going to bump it up, because at the end of the day, these lower interest rates do cost Tesla money. It's not like they can just do this. They're taking it from somewhere. And in the past, we used to see bigger inventory discounts or big inventory discounts and then a bad interest rate. And so I do feel like if they do take away this promotional interest rate, it's just going to go up to like 2.99, 3.99, or 4.99. But we might see more inventory discounts across the board for more vehicles that are out there, especially like the 2025 model year vehicles. Because right now, the best inventory discounts are like this one right here, 2024 Model 3 long range all-wheel drive that has a $5,000 discount on a red one, and you can lease this one, which is actually one of the better deals that are out there. If you're looking for all the best deals, definitely check out our spreadsheet down below in the description, where we found $4,000, $5,000, almost $6,000 off of Tesla vehicles, Model 3, Model Y, S, and X. If you want to check it out, down below in the spreadsheet so that you can see it out there. But I still feel like there's going to be some sort of non-promotional rate that's going to be like 2.99 to 3.99. I don't think that's going to be disappearing, especially after the 15th or 16th. Or really maybe the strategy is Tesla's using this to try and get people to place more orders, get orders in by the 15th. And if they don't like what they're seeing, they could extend it a little bit longer. Or if that doesn't happen, then what I do expect bigger discounts across the board, because Tesla always does one of two things, or at least they've done one of two things for the past 6 months to a year. They either have a low interest rate or they have a bigger inventory discount. It's like a balancing scale, which if you're someone that is paying cash or a bigger down payment, then you want that bigger discount. You don't necessarily care about that longer financing term at a lower interest rate. So you want a bigger discount. And to give you some frame of reference, at some point this year, we were saying Model Ys all the way up to like $7,000, $8,000 off. And so it has room to move, but also they've adjusted MSRP prices and things like that. And so it could get pretty squirrely, pretty interesting from that December 16th timeframe all the way to the end of the year. But if 0%, I do feel like they might stick to their word, they might extend it, or they might tack on more inventory, more demo discounts, because every month near the middle of it, they always release more demo vehicles, more demo status vehicles like this one right here with a Model 3 with 1,200 miles on it with a nice discount as well. And so if you're someone that's paying cash or doesn't need to finance a long term, because you got to remember with interest, even if it is like a 5% interest at 72 months, if you pay it off early or don't keep it all the way to that 72 months, you're going to be ahead and you're not going to pay all that interest at the end of the day. So hopefully that makes a lot of sense to you. Hopefully that gives you some clarity on what it is, because you do have to read some of the fine print here. And so 0% does sound like a great deal, but at the same time, you know, it could, if you don't have the right down payment, then it's moot really. And so you shouldn't really be looking at that 0%. But the one thing is for sure, trying to find an inventory discount like the one down below in the description, and definitely use a Tesla referral code just like the one down below in the description, so you can get up to that extra $2,000 off. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking.